Okay, so let's go back to court. 20-minute recess. Hello, Lana. We got Detective Marshall here, and we know he was in the damn room with the card. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? There really isn't. Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. So did you already know about this? I haven't figured anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hmm. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh. Oh. Everyone's surprised. Oh. Guess I am. I'll come back later. No, no, come. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay. So, have you bought what I asked? Oh, oh, ho, oh, ho, oh, ho, ho, oh, ho, ho. What the hell? You mean this, right? My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident. Ooh, we're learning about it. But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought over here. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Well, it was an internal murder, right? Miss Sky was a witness? SL9 incident files received from Nana Sky. SL9 incident files. Files for the Joe Drake killing solved 2 years ago. The serial killings too. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Let's read it. Check. Incident number SL9. Closed. Perpetrator Joe Drake. Crime serial murder. Sentence death. Victims. Oh my god. Neil Marshall. Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeb Bates, Neil Marshall. Trial data. Head prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Witnesses Lana Sky, Emma Sky. They were both part of it. Investigation Task Force. Executive investigators. Damon Grant, Lana Sky. Head investigator. Bruce Goodman. Investigators Jake Marshall, Angel Star. So Bruce Goodman was the head. They were both under him. Who the hell is... Damon Grant is the police chief, and Lana Sky is Lana Sky. Grant... Is there a Grant among these guys? No, okay. Read it. Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just going to ignore me? Emma, but why? Why is your name in here? Yeah, as a witness. What? My name's in there? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, The rest of the world knew it as the Joe Drake killings. The Joe Drake? No, no, Lana. That's over with. No, she's gone. Emma, wait, she ran away. Wait, was one of the victims, was the parents the victims also? Sky? I don't see any skies. You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Yeah, you run away, buddy. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Grant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I'd better take a good look at this file. I did. Oh wow, okay. Well, I should have waited last time. To be continued. I'll continue right now. Save the progress. Yes. Back me up. Let's go. February 24th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. There's only one, right? The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. He's drinking. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. As for my name, you can hear, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. The hell? To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind. I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Here, he's howling wind. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. You said old. Witness testimony. Day of the crime. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems. Anyway, 2 security systems. If I remember right, I was at a street side salon at the time it went down. I am just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. No, no, no. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you ain't seen me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He doesn't know. He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? No, no, no. This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. I'll take him. Day of the crime, cross-examination. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. What's that? How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who entered the recording. You entered them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I had erased the tape. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase the tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy's got a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. No, he does. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way. No desperados I know join the police force. It's true. So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner, can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? He should be fired after this. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. Push him on that. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course, back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. That's quite incredible. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. He did. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? Right? If I remember right, I was at a street side saloon at the time it went down. Yeah, I can contradict that. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel's steak lunches can beat that parlor's Vongole sepia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. That is strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, did you not want a raise this year? He doesn't care. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Press him there. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall? That's right, partner, or as you'd call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this evidence, then you'd better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. Before I use it though, I'd better up the ante. What do you mean up the ante? You can just pull it right now. We got everything we need, obviously he's lying. Pull out the fingerprint. Is this the one that says it's Jake Marshall?
Objection!
Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. Yep. It's quite simple. You're lying. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Ha! Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural that my fingerprints would be in there.
Objection!
No. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene? The blood was wiped away, however. A luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. Oh? I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints? Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Found at the scene of the crime. Yeah, wriggle your way out of this one. Did you cut yourself or something? Blood-stained fingerprints. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched my locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. The witness's explanation appears valid. Although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This guy is hiding something, I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. That is the important part. Cross-examination. Blood-stained fingerprints. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in the evidence room. That's because you, how did you put it? Pay your respects once a month. Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine, but it was opened. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my parents weren't all over that locker. Apparently, his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. Huh. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Marshall's fingerprints updated in the court record, found on a bloody handprint on Marshall's own locker. The print had been wiped. Okay, good. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine, it's no mystery. Please explain. My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened the murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. I can prove it was not by chance. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward for me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? The blood stain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Unrelated? They are as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast, while the other's a type of murder. He's right. Although seemingly alike, they are totally different. Correct. I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. Correct. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How did you know? How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. He tried to open it. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture. The seal of blood. In the desert, it's just food for the buzzards. Oh. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise, but it is in there. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner? Please save. I want to press him on this, but I'm scared they'll screw me. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? Someone opened the locker. It has to be you. If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots. Places you can't see. The camera spanning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape.
Objection!
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do now. Please so now. I will show. Yes. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall. The light is off on his thing. The light is on this. He sees in. My dude creeps in. There's a fight. He's knocked out. And then look at this piece of dang cloth. Bro, I present to you this. Bringing our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you will soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in the video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 words. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Your locker. And there's a cloth there. That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. It was not there before. Oh, the white cloth, it's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. And then you ran out. Order, order. It would seem that's the only... Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. Oh? So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. It does mean that. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's fingerprint locked, buddy. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? Because you're dumb. This guy isn't just playing dumb, he's just dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you are the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah, I call your bluff. Yeah, I opened that locker, now prove it. Okay, idiot. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. Get screwed. Fingerprint sensor? Oh, look at he's sweating. Yes. We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. But what kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Oh, what the hell is he doing, some jerky? I only got one word for you, partner. No! What the hell? Order, order, order! Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. You're going to jail. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Hmm. Ole, please answer the question. What is he now, a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can? Have a look at these floor plans. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right, the only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? Behind this locker? Behind that locker? What do you mean at the time of the crime? What are you talking about? Yeah, damn second.